We're all well. No, it's not Michelle After Dark. It's Harsh. Look, that's not her. That's not her catchphrase. It's my catchphrase. Anyway, who have we got in this evening? Gonna be gonna be talking about a few things. Might get a little bit controversial. If you hear any banging, it almost might sound like I'm being raided by the 5-0. It's not. It's the cat. The cat trying to break into the living room. Little prick. We don't want to insert ads. Go away. I don't know why always ask me the same thing. A fatal paper cut. Hello. Your name kind of makes me freak out a little bit. So if you're new to the channel, if this is your first live, this is where we spend approximately 36 minutes going through everybody individually and saying hello and rubbing their ego. Like fuck. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to say hello to everyone. Everyone. Hello, mods. Who have we got in tonight? We've got Daughter of Scotland, Tracy. Hello, mods. Who else have we got? Who else have we got? If it's just you two, we're going to have an interesting evening. So we don't run the lives for too long. I've come on a little bit early, just because I always think that it's nice to get early. I know people say it's cooler to be late, but no, I don't think so. I think it's better to be early. Get the best seat. So what are we doing tonight? We're going to be talking about primarily some things in the Kylie Rodney case, which this week, the last sort of few days, have pissed me off. And I'm guessing probably pissed you off and all. Sugar and spice and everything nice. We have another mod in the house. Aloha. Aloha. Right, let me keep an eye. See what we got. So we're going to be talking about that. And what else are we going to be talking about? We've got some competition winners to announce as well, because we did a competition. Seems like we did it quite a long time ago. Obviously, I lost my voice. As you can hear, it's perfectly better. Hello, everybody coming in late. Talking about late people. Hello, Jennifer. Hello. Only joking. Only joking. So, yes, we're doing all right. What's the time? We don't want to start too early going on, because people will come in at 11 and I don't even know what the time is. They'll come in at 11 and we'll be halfway through. Get on with this, so important. Yes. So yeah, the giveaway, which I'm going to do a little bit later, and what else I'm going to be doing as well, just so you know, is I'm doing another giveaway on the 15th of November. So go get yourself a pen. Go get a pen and write down 15th of November. And that's when I'm going to be doing a giveaway. And what someone's going to win is they're going to win, if you're a winner in the UK, then you're going to win £200. If you win in the US, then you're going to win $200. If you win in Canada, you'll get 200 Canadian dollars. I don't know if that's a lot of money. If that's like 50p, then we'll make it up to whatever the equivalent of like 200-ish is. So give you some Christmas money. Go buy yourself something nice for Christmas. And so that's what we're going to be giving. We're going to be giving £200 away, $200, 200 whatever, on the 5th. Well, we're going to be announcing how you can win it on the 15th of November in a video. So like I say, write that down. But we've got two giveaways to announce tonight, which two winners. And what I'm going to do as well is, when the winners are announced, they get 48 hours to email me. And if they don't email me, then I'm going to offer them to someone else. So because we can't. We're always got to move forward. Dixie, we got another mod in. Hello, Dixie. Hello. So I reckon we can. I think there's enough of us in, isn't there? There's enough of us in. We can start going on. Birthday dollars, my birthday. There you go, look. There you go. Buy yourself a nice present. Does anybody know if you can buy a straight jacket for cats? Just something that holds its paws still. Because if you do, or you could knit one, like out of Kevlar. I could do with one of them. As that cat is a mental case. So yeah, how are we going? True crime reaction with Jules of all trades. Hello, hello, hello. I do like your sarcasm, nearly as bad as mine. Doesn't always make us the most popular. It's a good job I'm not on here to be fucking popular. I can send you a bandana. I don't know if that will work. If I can tie it around all the legs and hang him on something, that'll work. A little maniac. Absolute maniac. Right, let's have a look. Right, so this fire cam footage, oh mate, this is really getting up my nose. This is, look, this is what I say about this fire cam footage. All right, and strap in. Some of you are going to agree, some of you are not, because I know there's a lot of people who they just don't trust it, and I get it. I get what I'm not even going to lie. I don't know why you don't get it. This footage. If someone was going to fake some footage, right? This is what I say. If someone's going to fake some footage, they're gonna infiltrate this state managed system. They're gonna hack into two cameras, overwrite the live footage, and enter some other footage in that covers both of the angles and ties in with like the time, etc. Why wouldn't they make footage that absolved everybody around Kylie from any wrongdoing? They could have fabricated her going into the reservoir at 3 o'clock in the morning and had no other car around her. No one at all. I could have just had one car, solitary car, going down towards the water at 3 o'clock in the morning. But instead, they forged, fabricated, faked a video that actually raised more questions than we had in the first place. We now know that there was not as many people around that party as we were led to believe. So that brings into question as to why Mags would have left, apparently, because she apparently left because there was loads of people there who was offering her Skittles. I'm saying Skittles so we don't get slapped by the YT police. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm saying that if you're going to fake something, if you're going to forge something, do it properly. Do it properly. Don't do it so it makes them look even more fucking dodgy. Because that's what it looks like. So that's all I've really got to say about that. And look, I know why people feel like it's fake. I get it, because the timing of it all coming out, the connections with Nate Hambrett and stuff like that. I get it. I 100% get it. But what I don't get is, like I say, if you're going to forge something, if you're going to fake something, fake it properly. Do you know what I mean? That's it. But there we go. What do we got in chat? Let's have a look in chat. Any specific questions do we have in chat? Do you think it's wise for AWP to bring their video out? I think that AWP, they're caught between a rock and a hard place, because they've obviously caught a load of flack because of this. And, if they've got anything that is incriminating against anyone, then again, they're caught between a rock and a hard place, because I'm guessing that law enforcement would have said, look, you can't put anything out. Thank you very, very much, Kelly Hansen. Isn't it possible it was Friday afternoon when the road assist guy, Nick, saw the car he thought was Kylie? It is. He didn't even know 100% when he'd seen her. If we go right back to that conversation, he weren't 100% sure what day it was. The thing is what everybody does, and even creators do it, they'll hear something and they'll take the bits from what they hear that most fits what they truly believe or think, and they'll scrap the rest. That's like if you're a female, you're a sod for this. They'll get a letter and they'll skim read it. Death, murder, and they're the only important bits you pull out of it, and that could be about something completely different. But you pick and choose the bits that you deem important, and we do it. We do it as creators, and by doing that, it's like how much flack have Adventures with Purpose caught because they apparently said that it was Moves Like Jagger who was with Nick the tow truck guy, and they didn't even say it. They were just interviewing someone else who said that there was someone with a San Francisco or fuckstick hat, and we've all kind of filled in the gaps to that. Do you know what I mean? It weren't even anything to do with Adventures with Purpose. But anyway, I digress again. It was about whether they should bring their video out, wasn't it? And I think they're caught between a rock and a hard place. If they've got evidence that could potentially be incriminating, then they may have been told to zip it tight. If you've got any specific questions, put a Q. I think that's the best thing to do, and I will try and answer. There is a slight delay on chat, only because last time we did it, it went a little bit mad and I couldn't keep up with it. So a Q, and I'll try and get through as many as I can. Apologies if I don't. I am going to be changing the setup soon. I'm changing some stuff. Have you seen the new post on the LLK page? Thoughts? I'm going to be coming to that, and I'm talking about that in a video tomorrow as well. Now, what I will say, thank you very much, Kathy, is this is what I've noticed as well, okay? He's obviously gone and posted this thing that, to me, what he's put about continuing to fight with her, not with her, for her, with her, is I don't know whether Jagger is fully trusting the narrative that's been pushed to him. I genuinely don't. That's what that kind of gets. Now, I can't let go, and I know it's a very unpopular opinion, about potentially Kylie unaliving herself. And I'll tell you why I've got this thought in my head. And I wrote these down. Now, I lost one of them because there was someone else who referenced this. So you may have seen the footage. It was of a band who had done a song for Kylie. And he'd sung and they'd done this song. And he had written a post as well about hoping that Kylie was happy now. So that was one person. You then got Jagger, who had apparently texted her during the party and said, "Don't do anything stupid." So that's another reference of what did he mean by that? Is it that Kylie had been arguing with her mum? Was she not in the right state of mind? Don't do anything stupid. You can read a lot into that. What's that? Do you think that one picture of this party is taken by the road? I'm going to come to that. I hope the peace you feel now is what you wanted. That was another post that Jagger had put. And then Evelyn, I'll come back to the questions. Evelyn put, "I'm so sorry, Kylie. I wasn't there when you needed me. I am sorry for letting you down. I will never forgive myself." And you think to yourself, that's a lot of people who are insinuating sadness. Now, whether they were trying to push that narrative, whether they were trying to say that, but there's some things that sit uncomfortable for me with this. Like again with the phone shutting down and then the car going into the water. I just can't let that go. And I wonder whether Jagger, this post, what he's done, it's almost like he's trying to protect her reputation. Perhaps he doesn't want people to know that she was sad and done anything. I genuinely don't know. But it's just something about it. Just it sits uncomfortable with me. But what do we got? Let's go back and have a look at some of these questions. I keep asking myself, why was she driving in neutral? The downside is, with driving in neutral, we don't know what she was driving in. Because if she'd have hit that water, even if she'd have hit the car in the water and she was scrabbling to get between the seats, think where her foot is going to be. She could have kicked that out of gear. So what gear that was sitting in the water, that doesn't tell us anything. Doesn't tell us anything. The same as in the back. Now, I don't know whether we spoke about this before, but obviously where she was found in the back of the car. I'll just touch this one, Bobby. I believe that law enforcement have the phone. I believe they have it. I believe SF Investigates said that the phone had already been found and the phone was in the car. Now, I know that he's about as trustworthy as Jeffrey Dahmer, but that's what I believe has been said so far. Anyway, where were we? Where were we? Getting a lot of questions. I apologise. I'm not going to catch all of these. It's like every post is a question. Did law enforcement or the FBI confirm that the video is real? They haven't come back, but they haven't come back to us and said whether the tow truck incident is real. So they're not going to come back to us and tell us about that footage. But that camera footage is real. It's that camera footage. I'm telling you now, that is real. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow, bitter pill to swallow, but that is real. But it doesn't tell us anything. So people need to not question whether it's real, but understand that we're no further forward because of it. And that's why it's real. Because if it weren't real, it would give us answers. And it doesn't give us anything. Apart from a pain in my ass over the last few days. Have you seen the video of the kidnap attempt video? Is that where they're putting someone in the boot of their car and like laughing and joking about it? I did see that. They're all fucking weird around here. They're all weird around here. Driving in neutral, we've got that. What do we got? Keep asking myself. Just trying to catch up. Catching up. What do we got? I don't even know whether that's caught up or not. I think so. We got back in control. We're back in control. But yeah, like I say, harsh reality. Would you would start early? I said 5 p.m. Miss the first 15 minutes. Don't worry, you can start now, and then at the end, when I finish, you can go and top yourself up. The 15 minutes actually was not relevant to what we're talking about now. Not really, unless you're a competition winner. Or you like competitions. Not a winner. I haven't told you who the winners are yet. I'll tell you in a bit. What I will say, though, I don't think either of the people who have won are in there. So who knows? They might be. Right, what have I got? What have I got? What have I got? So, yeah, this, the timeline is what was annoying to me. I'm just going to log in to my email on here because I want to just touch quickly on the timeline because something didn't sit right with me here, and I think you will understand where I'm coming from as well. Believe it or not, I had set all this up. This was all set up, and as I went to log in, I knocked the laptop, because this isn't my laptop, by the way. My laptop is away. So I'm using this stupid, I don't even know what this is. It's like a, what are they called? Like a netbook thing. just to have some notes beside me. And yeah, so I nudged it, and for some reason, it literally wiped off every single thing that was on the screen. Every single thing. Got rid of everything. Right, anyway. Right, so where are we? The timeline. I sent it to myself, and we're going to have a quick look at the Truckee Way as well, for those of you who didn't see the Truckee Way. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right, let's zoom into this. There we go. So, the timeline. This is what I was thinking about on the timeline. This timeline, by the way, when we talk about the timeline, this is what's quite important to understand. The timeline was provided. Thank you very much, Debbie. The timeline was supplied by Elsa. What happened with Xana May? I want to talk about Xana May. I want to talk about Xana May. In fact, I'm going to talk about Xana May very quickly. I don't know what to think of Xana May. I don't. But there is something what caught my eye in the video, the footage of Kylie going into the water. And I touched on it briefly. I don't know whether I touched on it briefly in this. It might be in a video that I've done for tomorrow. But when Kylie's vehicle goes into the water, if you look across the other side of the reservoir, there's a light for a split second. And that to me looks like someone took a photograph from the other side of the reservoir. So once you've come off this live, go and have a look at that footage and pay attention to the other side of the reservoir. Now think about how the camera works. It will bring up like when there's a source of light, they will focus in on it and obviously raise that up to spot it. But that looks like a phone flash to me. And when you think that Xana May and that were apparently in the area, we've got her going into the lake from the other side and an arrow being drawn in the mud. Now, that might not be anything. It might not be anything to do with it. Thank you for becoming a member, you poor person. You poor person. I've got some stuff for members coming up. I don't like talking about it, though, because then other people who aren't a member feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't need to be a member. You still get to listen to me rant on without being a member. But anyway, yeah, so look, I think that they were potentially looking for her. I think they knew that she was in the water and they were there specifically to find her car. But I don't know whether someone had given them a heads up, you know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there because there is a light on there. 100% there's a light. It flashes and it's like someone has taken a photograph. But it's, you know, someone just put so much BS in this case, I fear inconclusive. And you're right. You're absolutely right. It's madness. It's madness. What was I doing anyway? I was talking about the timeline, weren't I? Before you lot started talking and making me think other things. Right, so what are we talking about? The timeline. The timeline. The thing what I don't get is there's three people in this that I don't trust, and that is Elsa, that is Mags, and that is Sammy. I don't trust any of these. Thank you very much, Riddick. Riddick. Chronicles of Riddick. Pitch Black. Awesome films. Love that name. Thank you very much. But what was I going to say? Timeline. Timeline. Yeah, them three girls, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Now, I said this earlier, didn't I? Magdalene apparently left because there was loads of people there. She was being offered Skittles, etc., etc., and couldn't handle it and bailed. But the camera proves that there weren't that many people there. It was more. It seemed that there was only about 40 cars that went in line with what the people who were at the campground said. So why would she have left then? If there weren't really that many people, why would she have left? Now, did she leave because she'd got Kylie there and she didn't want to be around when whatever happened was going to happen? I'm just putting that out there. Because then you've got Elsa, who done all this timeline. She'd done all the timeline. And it doesn't make sense. The timeline doesn't make sense. Now that we know, and this is what I mean by this footage being forged, okay? Because the footage of the car going into the water and when it goes into the water throws things out on the timeline. Because what you've got is you've got here, and this is Elsa, remember? So Elsa, which was apparently the last person who physically saw her. She said she saw her. So she says at 12:30, Kylie was with Elsa. Kylie falls into a hole next to where Elsa and her friend are talking. They help her up and ask if she was okay, and she said yes. Elsa's friend asked Kylie if Kylie had a ride because he was taking Elsa home and he had space in his car. Kylie said she had a ride and walked away alone towards where the cars were parked. Elsa then says there was no lights, no nothing. She didn't see anything else from that direction for the remainder of Elsa's time there. And Elsa claims that she was there until 1 o'clock a.m. That's when she pulled away. So that's one thing that doesn't make sense, right? You've then got Kylie's phone being turned off at 12:33, which, to be fair, based on when Kylie's vehicle entered the water, she'd have technically been driving at that time. Or, well, yeah, she'd have been driving at that time. So did she turn it? Was someone else in that car or near that car, and were they turning the phone off while that was in the process of going towards the water? But then obviously Sammy, 12:36, Sammy receives a call, so not a text. This is a call. She states she gets a call from Kylie asking Sammy if she needs a ride home. Sammy is in someone else's car at this time, pretty much on 89 with my ride on her way home. Sammy states, when she called me, she was not in the car. I could hear the party and the people, many people, talking in the background. And that was at 12:36. So she could hear the party. She could hear the party, people talking in the background, everything. But then at 12:20, all the lights were taken out of the trees and the generator used for the party is taken home. And at this time, when the generator was pulled out, was 20 past 12. So lights were taken out of the trees, generator used for the party is taken home, 20 past 12. And I would say that at this time, Sammy knew that the party was already over. But this doesn't make sense. This timeline doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And this is Elsa's timeline. And I think this whole timeline was put together to give an excuse for her, for Mags, and for Sammy. They're the only people who feature in this. Only people who feature in this are these. Hi, Sloofy. And these girls are the three girls who were with Kylie that day, who have been the voice boxers of what happened, and they're the only girls around the aftermath. Like I say, the Long Live Kylie page, go and have a look at yourself, and look at the recent posts, even the one today, the last one. Even Nate Hambrat, he's even liked he's hearted the posts. But not Mags, not Sammy, and not Elsa. Not one of them. Them three. You'd think one of them might. Do you know what I mean? But none of them. Them three have not liked any of them posts on that Long Live Kylie page. Not the most recent ones. I didn't go through them all. But as far back as I went, there was a few. because I just thought, well, that's your answer, innit? Even if they'd have done the early ones, that'd have just been a safe face. But these are the last 4 or 5 that I looked at. None of them. Tell you, can't be trusted. And it's all about the Truckee way. I wonder if she was dead before her car went in the water, because if she wasn't, then the autopsy would say she drowned then, right? Yeah. The problem is how long she was in the water. I rarely have a huge issue. We don't want to talk about it because it's horrible. It's horrible to think about, and I don't want to upset some of the people on here who are a little bit more sensitive. But let's just remember that's not. She was in there for a while, and whether that would tell a lot at all, I don't think. But you're right. She may have already been gone. This could have been an overdose. Something could have been put in a drink, um, and this was a cover up. This was always about covering up something that happened at that party. At the end of the day, there was too many things said at the beginning. Too many things. It was all about, I said before, didn't I? So it was all about trying to get the focus away from ground zero. It was about her being taken away, about her being taken away from here. And, as soon as she was then found, and, that's a massive problem, the fact she's been found. So she's found, everyone's pissed off about it. But then all of a sudden, it's about this pushing the narrative that she was drunk. She was drunk, but there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people around. Don't look at us, because it could have been anyone. And there was loads of people, and we didn't know half of them. It scared some of us away. We left early, because we was that scared. Fucking morons. Anyway, right, what am I looking at? I'm looking for the Truckee way. So I've got the Truckee way here. Who put a what the mother is that? What is that about? Oh, I think that's all right. No, I think I got it. I think I got it. Put a number 2 in chat. I want you to put a number 2 in chat if when I say the Truckee way, you have no real idea what that is about. So a number 2 if you don't know. The chat's gone mental, isn't it? How's everyone doing in chat? How the mods going? Have we got any trolls in? Have we got any trolls in? I like trolls. What's going on here? Chat's gone mental. So we've got a few twos. Hi all, glad I finally caught live. Thank you very much. If I miss people who do the super chats and things like that, I do apologise. At the moment, I'm a bit. It's a bit like a homeless tramp doing a live. It's like I'm doing it under a bridge somewhere. I've got bits and pieces of stuff everywhere. I'm doing it on the phone. I've got some dodgy laptop that I'm using because mine's not here. I'm waiting for a new desk and things to come in, and yeah, it's a bit it's a bit mix and match. I don't even know I don't know. It's mad. Right, anyway. Right, so the Truckee way. We're going to talk about the Truckee way quickly. So the Truckee way is basically about this bunch of psychos and how they live. That's what the Truckee way is. It's basically a rule book, if you like, a set of rules that they agreed to live by. And the be all and end all is that what the Truckee way is that they are a cult. That's what it's about. That they're basically one step away from being a huge cult. They deal with everything themselves. They don't want anybody outside sticking their nose in. And they will they will do it without getting anybody else, yeah, without getting anyone involved. They'll deal with it the Truckee way. And nothing, they will invent, they even go on to say, they will invent ways to make things disappear. So if something happens and they don't quite know what to do about it, they'll invent some way. I don't know. I done that T-shirt, yeah, the Truckee Way T-shirt. I'm half tempted to do it, but I might have to just adapt that because even though I put that design on there, that original design weren't my own. I stole it. I just put them together like the Jagger one. Right, that video that everyone is saying that is Kylie's car going in, if it meant her phone would have been weird because of phone ping time, no phone found. Again, we don't know where the phone is at the moment. As far as I'm aware, law enforcement have the phone. Thanks so much for all you do and doing all the work and research we can't. Thank you very much, Hoggy. What you mean is, I'll tell you what, this is what, when people say stuff like this, that's like when we was looking at the Summer Wells case, and you think, right, so we've got Jodie Sue Brown, who's doing lives, which is, we've got an equivalent to her now, haven't we? That Megan, she's like Jodie Sue Brown. So we sit there and listen to her for 6 hours solid and lose brain cells just to get the bits that we need, so you guys don't have to. That's how nice we are. At least Summer Wells case. Bless her, Summer Wells. Don Wells is out of jail soon. Don Wells is out of jail soon. Thank you very much for joining. You're obviously a glutton for punishment. That's all I'll say about that. But anyway, right, what do we got? Kylie was already dead, strapped into the trunk and sunk by Nate and Sammy. There's definitely some things going on around here, 100%. There's too many people who... Am I late? No, you're not late. You're not late. I just started early. Mind you, is anyone late? Not when you can be part of the cool replay crew. Look, it's cool to be... I said at the beginning that weren't cool to be late, didn't I? That's a bit contradictive. But, right, question. What do you make of the Megan character popping up? Again, I think that she was, like I say, basically like a Jodie Sue Brown character. I genuinely think. Thank you very much, Kathy. Thank you. By the way, this the super chat money. What I'm doing, just so you know, and I can show you this. I can do a screenshot and put it in a video. So we live in like a military place, and I've put a post on like the social, as like a social page that everyone looks. And I know people are struggling. Do you know what I mean? It's just hard, isn't it? You know, bills are creeping up. You know, that's almost like you're chucking Ciroc vodka into your cart. That's how expensive fuel is. So we are going to basically give money to a family that have children who are struggling this year. We're going to give them a few £100, so they can go and buy the presents for the children and all that, and have a good Christmas. So all of the money from the super chats and the stuff like this, from the lives between now and the end of November, they are going to go towards what I'm already going to put in. And the giveaway that I do in November is going to be something else. You know, that's not going to be like their money. That's going to be like separate money. So I'm going to do it for you guys as well. But no, we wanted to do something for someone. I knew that was going to kind of open up the floodgates. I'm going to tell you a little story here. So, and this is a true story. The true story. So when I used to do videos on like before, can you remember I used to do videos outside, didn't I? That, like, some of the earlier videos are outside. And I'm driving down this road, and this road is a 60-mile-an-hour road, but we live in the country, do you know what I mean? We live in the country, and I've got these two women on horses walking down the middle of the road. on a 60-mile-an-hour road. And they're making me drive, and I'm not talking about driving about 100 yards. They make me drive at about 20 mile an hour for about 2 mile. And then I do it. Do you know what I mean? I think to myself, I'm just going to do it and just be nice. Thank you very much, Rowena. I think I'm just going to do it. So they get to the end of the road, the junction, and they don't even say thank you. They do not even say thank you. And you know me, I'm quite calm. I don't say what's on my mind at all. Fucking right, I did. So I went straight on to thank you very much, Samantha, and Truckee shirts. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll go on to this page and I say, look, I ain't got a problem with horses. Do you know what I mean? I'd get it. I get it. But the least you can do, if you've made me drive at 20 mile an hour for 2 miles while you two natter on your horses, the least you can do when you get to the end of the road is say thank you. And I thought that was fine. But anyway, this guy, that turns out that's his mum, and he's having a right pop. Anyway. Cut a long story short, me and him have a bit of a fallout, and so anyway, yeah. So I put this money up on this forum saying I want to pay for someone to, someone's Christmas who's got children. Someone inboxes me and tells me that this is who I need to give the money to because he's fallen on hard times. He's lost his mum. He's got to sell his house. Bearing in mind, he's got to sell his house. He'll get the money. He'll get the money from the house, but he's fell on hard times. And guess who it is? That's right. The same prick who I fell out with over the horses. So what do you think the chances are of him getting that money? He's got 2 hopes. Fucking Bob Hope and No Hope. So anyway, harsh for next American president. Couldn't do worse than Trump, could I? Couldn't do worse than Trump. I'm sorry if there's any Trump fans in. You got Trump, we got Boris Johnson. Potatoes, potatoes. Right, so where are we? Where are we? Let's get some questions in. What a wonderful thing to do. Yeah, it's not even about that. Do you know what I mean? I'm a Trump fan. I try and keep out of politics because that's stony ground. Do you know what I mean? But Boris Johnson, he was a useless sack of shit. But yeah, I'll try and stay away from politics because that's never going to end well. When you start talking about politics, not going to end well. But yeah, we don't do it for that. Do you know what I mean? I'm tired of. I see so many people struggling. Do you know what I mean? I used to work in a job where I used to have to go round a lot of people's houses, and because I managed a lot of service for this business, and that would mean that I'd go into the houses and look at stuff for them, and the state of some of these people's houses, what the conditions they were living in, just it broke my heart. Broke my heart. And it's crazy. Wow, you had me 1,000% until you talked about Trump. Look, like I say, I stay out of politics. I do not have any thoughts either way about politics. I don't know enough about the United States politics to even get involved in that. But yeah, it's it's a difficult one. Look, stop the politics. Stop the politics. We don't yeah, I don't really know a lot. Biden, all I know about Biden is that he likes smelling people. That's all I really know about Biden. Whenever I see him, there's videos of him sniffing people. But they're all dodgy. All of them. Every single one of them are dodgy. There's not one person in politics who's straight. I'm telling you. But anyway, right, what are we talking about? So yes, I think if someone was to say to me now, in terms of the Kylie Rodney case, what is going on here? What is it all about? Someone's go, thank you very much. Treats for the cat. Treats for the cat. Don't even get me started on that damn cat. Goddamn cat. There's always that. I've never known a cat to eat so much. The damn cat eats everything. 8 for the 13th slips up in the. Yeah, I did see that presser. He did he did slip up there as well. Will you please say bloody and mate and the missus? Ah, I know what you just did there. I know what you just did there. Jennifer, they're trying to cheat. They're trying to cheat. So for those of you who don't know, we have a Discord group. And within that Discord group, we do bingo. And the bingo cards are made up of things that I say, things that I do. And at the end of the whoever gets it, what we do is the prize is merch. I think it's merch. One of the moderators will be able to put me right on that. But we've got Dope. I think Dope buys something, I buy something, and whoever wins, they get one or two pieces of merch. And yeah, so if you're not part of the Discord group, yeah, Dope, Jennifer, they might be able to sort the link. You can chuck the link in the chat if you have it. And come and join on, why am I on slow mode? Everyone is. Everyone is on slow mode. Because if we don't have slow mode, it's mental. But anyway, so we do, quickly, do this giveaway. Tell you who the two giveaway winners are. And I will just retell you quickly when the next giveaway is. So the two giveaway winners are, and remember, giveaway winners, you've got 48 hours to come to me and let me know that you know you've won, and give me your address where you live. So what do we got here? So I have got let me just put this here. So the winner of the mic, if I just put this over here. No, I'm not going to do the mic first. I'm going to do the other one first. Let me just get on to the right thing. Is that it? Yeah. So the winner of the merch is Cynthia Brawley. So that is the winner of the item of merchandise of your choice. You just get to pick whatever you want, and I get it. And the winner of the mic, so the mic is actually this mic, which is actually a really good mic. Really good. This is a proper Blue Yeti. And you get that. And the winner of the mic is Matt Stroker. So Matt Stroker is the winner of the mic. So 48 hours to email me. And the mic, by the way, the mic will be posted out once the winner is, if the winner comes to me. They will, this will be posted out after the, let me think. It will be posted out after the 28th of this month, because that's when I go live in the new studio. So that's when that sets up. So that's when this mic will be free. So as soon as that is all set up, this will be going to its new home. You can either have it signed or unsigned. And remember, so the next giveaway is on the 15th of November. So I'll be doing a video on the 15th of November. It will actually, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to give you a quick tour of kind of behind the scenes of the channel. So you get to see what it looks like sort of over there. And yeah, so you get to see other things. And then, like I say, I am on Twitter. Don't know what my Twitter name is. Someone else on Twitter who knows I'm on Twitter, they might be able to tell you. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. So a behind the scenes video. So look out on the 15th of November for a behind the scenes video. So like a bit of a studio, if you like. And there'll be a giveaway. And that will be for £200 in your currency. To your currency. Okay? Whatever that works out to be. So you can go and get yourself something nice for Christmas, or get the wife, treat the wife, or treat the husband. You just can't spend it on anything bad. Well, chocolate, you'd spend it on chocolate, £200 worth of chocolate, that'd be quite nice. But what we'll do now is we'll go in there. So that's what we've got, isn't we? So Matt Stroker, he's the winner of the mic. And you've got Cynthia Brawley, who is the winner of the item of merchandise. And if I remember rightly, Cynthia, I could be wrong, but I think you said, thank you very much. You want the pink hoodie. I might be wrong. You'll let me know. I don't think she's actually in it. I haven't seen her. Could be wrong. But questions. Let's go to questions. We'll have a few questions in the chat. And look, then I can let you get on your way. Well, I somehow deleted a super sticker. Forgive me. I did see it. That was a correction. I think it was a correction. And do not worry, I did see it. I did see it. And right, yeah. So what we got? I'm catching up with your live. Have you been seeing you back to Jeff's video? Ari, he's not. I promise you now. You back Jeff Tube back YouTube Jack back Tube. He's not debunked anything. I'm telling you, he's not. He's not debunked anything, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll take an orange hoodie if she doesn't claim it. Like I say, she's got 48 hours, and 48 hours from now. So it's 11:30. So 48 hours. But the 15th, don't forget, 15th of November. And that, are you in the Cotswolds? No, I'm not. I'm actually in West Norfolk. That's where I am. After the 1st of November, if it states accident, what it does go with the red flags. I have a horrible feeling, guys, that this is going to get put down to inconclusive. I really do. What about the party picture? Bright lights. Is it the road block? Well, that's what I thought. I'm glad you raised that again. That picture with where you see the light in the background, that's where you're talking about, innit? And you've got the car on the right-hand side. That picture is the only picture, I believe, that we have seen that is actually from that party. Now, the other pictures, I've put it in other videos before. Them ones with they look like little stalls set up. They are not from that party. They were from a party that was earlier in the year, I think around July time. So not that party, but that was a screenshot from a video from a car that was sent to someone. I can't remember whether it was sent to someone who then sent it to Sammy, but that's what that was. But yeah, I am wondering, because that is right where the cars are. That is right where the cars are. And I was trying to think whether, is that, well, like what we said in the first place, was that Kylie's vehicle in the background? Still not 100% sure. And I wonder whether someone filmed that. I'm going to look back into that, because I saw that picture again today and it made me think of that. But I do not trust. I think this situation, I believe, is a cover-up. 100%, I think this is a cover-up. Nice to catch you on a live. You're a good guy and love your videos. What do you feel about the fire cam footage? I'm in Cambridge. Did you know I used to work in Cambridge? You have in Cambridge a DFS furniture store, and I used to manage the DFS furniture store. Yeah, it's not fake. That footage is not fake. 100%. I'm telling you, not fake. Bright lights blocking road. Yeah, that's not fake. And I'm not gonna badmouth creators or anything like that, because at the end of the day, you know, this for some people, this is their job. Do you know what I mean? This is what they do for a living. Who are we to tell people take their right to earn money to feed their family away? Do you know what I mean? It's up to us to watch content, to not watch content, to take on board what people say and what people don't say. We control that. Hate DFS. I do as well. And I could tell you some horror stories about them, and that's why I don't work with them anymore. I went actually into being a consultant, yeah, and I actually help people free of charge now. Look, I'm like Jesus, all these good things I do, aren't I? But I actually help people free of charge who have been wronged in buying something, whether it be from DFS, whether it be from some of the big companies, and I help them get their money back. And I offer that service for free. I deal with the business, I liaise with them, and I get them their money back. Because I don't like people getting ripped off by big companies. Do you think she was strapped in? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Obviously, we've got that belt that's supposedly out the back, but that could be anything. You saw Kylie's vehicle, do you know what I mean? You saw the stuff that was in there. She had a laptop in there. She had loads of stuff in there. She was a typical teenage girl that basically her vehicle was like her second home. That could have been the strap from a holdall, a sports bag. She might have been a keen hockey player, something like that, and that could have been the strap off that. I don't for one second think that there's enough evidence there to say that belt was from the seal that was pulled through. I don't know. So now what would Harsh do? So now what would Harsh do? I have no idea. I have no idea. Question: You have seen CITV fire cam vid with lights removed. You can see individual cars makes the whole thing more foul play. Fire cam video. See, I can't see that. I know a lot about videography, guys, and the downside is the footage is the footage. So when you say that the lights have been removed, there wouldn't be anything underneath them because the video is the video. So you all you can do is alter what is already there. So you can't take things off it. Do you know what I mean? The only thing you can do is get that footage directly off of the source where it comes from and adjust it like I did. For those of you who haven't seen my versions of that video, I have done that. Now, I have one of the best editing softwares there is. Not at the moment because this laptop is not mine. But I do have a program called Final Cut Pro 10. It's one of the best out there, and it can do everything. So I pulled that footage myself and ran it through Lightroom, got it as clear as I could. But you can't start removing stuff from it to show other things. It doesn't work that way, because that's like saying, well, I could remove all of them trees and see who was in amongst the trees. Do you know what I mean? You just can't do that. Harsh light in the face. What do we got? What do we got? It's 11:40. Let's do some things in the chat. Let's catch up with some people in the chat. I feel like I've rambled on a bit. We like to do things a bit quick here. We've been on for an hour. I don't like keeping. What's that? I respectfully disagree with the fire cam footage because I know that when a car goes underwater, the lights don't automatically go off. Those lights went off. No, you're right. The lights don't automatically go off, but the camera has to have clear line of sight to see. Like a lot of people said about was there a fire at the party? Did they set a fire? So if the fire was round the back of a tree, the camera wouldn't have line of sight. And what you've got to remember is that car was sinking nose first. The weight would have pulled it over and down. And as soon as that goes beyond a certain point, that camera loses sight of the light source. So, that's, I think, what you're seeing there. You're seeing that the camera's losing line of sight to the light. Trying to make me put ads in there. But yeah, and I would imagine that the car also flipped round as well because of the windows. But that's all that is. I do appreciate what you're saying though, totally. But yeah. Yes, I know. Wish I had Final Cut. It's amazing. Yeah, Final Cut is good. It is very, very good. To be fair, and the funny thing is as well, is I don't use Final Cut. I've got Final Cut, but because I've been doing the studio setup and the other setup for so long, I haven't used it. I use a different editing software because I'm fucking lazy. When it comes to editing, believe it or not, everything that you see on the channel is just done on food. Food? It's done on phone. It's done on the phone. The phone. What are your thoughts on the speed of the car as it goes towards the water? I don't believe the car was going that quick. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because we don't know the exact distance. We can look on the map. We can look at how many seconds it travelled down there and look at how the camera. But look, I would approximate that car. Now I know what the ratio was, how many seconds before it took a shot. I think the car was going around 12, 13 miles an hour. That's what it seems to be doing from what I can see. I thought it was going a lot quicker than that initially. What do you think about the cars over to the left? Would they have lightened the shoreline? I don't think so. Again, because of the elevation. It's from what I've been told from people who have been there. The elevation is quite when you come away. What you've got to think, what we're seeing now with the water missing, that gives you a bad impression of the area because it looks so flat. But what you've got to think is the water was a lot higher, so the elevations were a lot sharper. And I think as soon as they came out and come round, I think that they'd have been obscured. I think she'd have been too low. They wouldn't have seen her. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's odd. I rarely want. If I had my laptop here, I would literally sit through that footage and look the whole day, and then that whole following day throughout the night. I would. I'd sit there and I'd do it because it would still be better than a Jodie Sue Brown live, and we'd get a lot more out of it. Someone said 9 mile an hour before over edge and 10 mile an hour. Yeah, like I say, it's around that sort of thing. From what I could kind of calculate. What do you use to do your intro, please? That was done on InShot Pro. That's basically what I use. I've got LumaFusion on the phone and I've got InShot Pro. Every single thing that you see at present is done on phone and using InShot Pro, just purely because, like I say, I'm not using any of my proper stuff. Even the cameras, I've not touched any of the cameras that I used to use outside. I've got 360-degree cams, everything. For those of you who have been around for a while, you may have remembered the walking ones with the invisible, look like I was being followed by a drone. It's just too frigging cold now. It's too cold. Another case in Truckee, and it sounds almost 100% like Kylie's tragedy, and it's never been solved. They are almost the same situation. It's scary. Maybe copycat. Who knows? There's also a guy, didn't they? There was a guy who went missing the same day that Kylie went missing. And I think, didn't they say law enforcement searched for like 5 hours and went, fuck this off and stopped searching? Why is fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing, this place. Never heard anything like it. Yeah, he's missing. We have looked, sir, but we can't find him. Just run out of money. Just run out of money. I don't want to spend the money. 35 years old, that's what I mean. They could, well, look how many apparent hours they put into looking for Kylie and couldn't find her. I still think that while they were diving in there, they probably hit the fucking car. They probably swam straight into it. Absolute idiots they are. I'm so mad I forgot my phone on the charger. Hello. Hi. Hello, Heather. Hello. I made my chest intro on Canva. I do how... What I will say is this is something that I am doing for members. And this ain't a plug for memberships. Don't think it is. Unless this might be something that might make you think, actually, the membership is worth it. It's not expensive, but I am doing, and this will be, I'm going to get Christmas out of the way because this could be quite hectic for me, but I'm going to do a course for people who want to build a YouTube channel. So I am going to, it might be that you want to, you might have a child who wants to, son or a daughter who wants to get into doing YouTube, and I'm going to do a course that basically tells you everything, how to do it. And that's for members, that is. So anybody who's and there's only one tier. I'm not doing loads of fucking tiers. I had tiers before, you know what I mean? I was charging more, but I scrapped it all. We've just kept it cheap. But yeah, anyone can get involved. And I'm going to do it in a video format. I'm going to set up a playlist that will just cover everything. So you will know every single thing that you're doing. So you will be able to start from scratch and set up a channel. And it's going to be going alongside Hayden, which is our youngest. I'm setting him a channel up on his own, which he is going to start at Christmas. And while I tell you guys how to do it, he's going to be doing it alongside and building a channel up as well. So, and that will be hopefully a way to get someone, a way to make a living. It's going to be, you'll be able to make a living doing YouTube with what I tell you. There you go. Do you think Sammy is attractive? No, I don't. I think she looks like she looks a bit like, the cartoon Ice Age, and there's that little thing with eyes. What is he, a sloth? Sid the sloth. Looks a little bit like Sid, but less cute. And because of her attitude as well, she's even worse. Do you know what I mean? I've not got the confidence to become a YouTuber. Look, you don't need confidence. You don't need confidence. Telling you, you don't need it. All you need to be able to do is talk. If you know, it's all about when somebody watches your video, you want to make them feel something. Do you know what I mean? If you've done a video and they walk away from your video, haven't watched it, and they feel the exact same as they did when they started, then your video failed. You've got to make people feel differently. Better late than never. Damn right, Jelly Bean. Damn right. I will get on the membership for sure next week. No rush. No rush. Do you know what I mean? But I would do it for everyone, but it would kill the channel. It would kill the. If I started doing loads of videos about how to build a YouTube channel, and this is why I can't. The YouTube algorithm would think that I was trying to do a pivot on the channel, and it would kill it. So that's why I can't do it for everyone. So it's not just to plug memberships. I'd love to do it for everybody, but it would be at the detriment to the channel, and I can't do it. I want the channel to be about these cases and helping bring awareness to these crimes. So I can poor Sid, yeah. That was a bit cruel, wasn't it? What has Sid done? What has Sid done? Poor fucker. He'll set Manny after me, the big mammoth. Right. I think that's it. I think that's it. Gain confidence doing what I love. That's damn right. And I'd tell anyone to do it. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to wrap it up there. If you've got anything else you'd like to say, like I say, I know you guys, you dedicate your time, and I appreciate that more than anything. But I don't want to keep you any longer and ramble on for fucking hours and hours and hours. I get sick of my own voice, so you're going to. And if you have, you can have too much. I'm like chocolate. If you have too much, you'll end up with a bellyache. So I'm like a Twix. Eat me, done. That was a bit weird. Eat me. But join the Discord if you haven't already. Join the Discord and get involved in some bingo and earn yourself some merch. Like I say, competition winners, you know who you are. Hopefully, I've got emails, 48 hours. Emails can be found in the description of videos. And we've got that £200 in your own currency. So £200, $200, 200 Canadian dollars, rupees, whatever, euros, wherever you're from. That's going to go live in a video on the 15th of November. So stick that on your calendar. And, never say eat me to Jeffrey Dahmer. No, we better not. Fuck, can you imagine? Anyway, let's not give him any more fucking airtime. He's everywhere. Netflix, everywhere. Don't watch Dharma, watch Peaky Blinders. That's what I'm talking about. And with that, I'm going to say good night, God bless, and I'll catch you all in the next one.